Hey there, I'm going to be giving you a quick tour of how I do safety in my woodshop class and the makerspace. Here is a Google Sheet that I have projected on the screen at all times where I can quickly reference, and the students can see this too, of what tools the students are certified on and can use. Usually the students' names will be here. I blocked that out. Um, so this is just a whole bunch of Google Forms that is linked and creates one big master list here, and I'll be putting one of these in the instructables for you guys. If we look here, it's all based off of this query and then VLOOKUP. You can play around with those, but basically it's what you're going to be looking at in each thing that you might have to change will be, if we click on one of these, like this is the period check. So this is pulling from, it's asking what period they're in my class. So I have kids switching around periods a lot because I'm at a continuation high school and kids joining late. So this is working great for me so far. So they are changing periods once in a while. They have to go redo that form and it's going to put them in the correct period for me. And I have all my different periods listed down here. And then that is pulling from each of these forms to populate each of these columns here. So that is kind of the overall idea of what I do on the screen for safety, but how I've done this for them to get to these quizzes is, well, I've started off by making actual Google quizzes here for each tool. You can see the scroll saw here. And those are all here in my woodshop one here, and then my master form there. But how they get to that point, going back even further, working backwards here, we're going to use this thing called Edpuzzle. So Edpuzzle is this really cool thing where they watch a video, and as it goes, they are going to, like here I am talking safety about something. So as they watch this video, it pops up with questions. Let's jump. Ooh, that's really loud. Ooh, yeah, that's a brutal one. So we're talking about how your hair can get wrapped up in things here. So it quizzes them as you go, but I have found that my students get stuff wrong once in a while, and I want them to get 100%. So the last question, let's turn that down. The last question I have here links to the final quiz, which is the Google form quiz that we were just looking at. So they have to watch the video and then do the final quiz. If they don't score 100% on it, they can go back and change their answers and try again. Once they are getting 100%, they're popping up on my list with 100%, and it turns green. So I've created conditional formatting in each of these columns so that when they get that 100%, it turns green. It's easy for them to recognize that score. So let's pop over here and let's look at what that would look like for them. So this is another, just what's coming in from the Google Sheet, or excuse me, Google form, and populates all this. And then, as I was mentioning, this asks them what period they're in, so it populates this correctly. Right now it's beginning of the school year, so it's a little empty, but I have them getting checked off on certain tools at a time, so whenever they need a new tool, they can come back and do the safety just for that tool before they get working on that. And the same idea happens for other projects. We have a laser cutter and 3D printers and stuff like that. All that similar stuff happens for that in the makerspace. That's the overall idea here. Hope that is somewhat clear, and hope this helps your class. Bye.